Hey everybody, this is Make Big Bank. I'm starting the brand new series, How to Start a Clothing Line. I started my clothing line 12 years ago with a single t-shirt. It's made six figures multiple times over the course of those 12 years. So I'm going to break it down from the very beginning, from the business side to the ordering side, manufacturing side, retail side, you name it. We're going to break it down step by step. I'm essentially giving the game back to the community the way that I learned myself how to do it. Stay tuned. Episode 1 starts right now. So as you all know, the name of my business is called Make Big Bank. So I wanted to make sure I had a unique name that nobody had, and I wanted to secure that name. When I say secure, I mean making sure that it's trademarked so no one else could use this name for their business and pretty much steal like the hard work I've put in through the years and just attach my business name to their business. So exactly what I did was I went to USPTO, that's the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. I went through there and I did a basic name search, and anybody could do this. You could go on their website, type in the name of your business, and search, and that way you could verify to make sure that no other person has trademarked the name that you came up for your business. So once you submit the application and pay the fee's a little hefty for the trademark. It's $649 plus the filing fee, but it's good for 10 years. So that name of your brand will be secure for 10 years. So it'll go through the process of the court approvals. If any other brand that has a similar name has objections to you having that brand, you'll see the step-by-step process on the website as your trademark application goes through the process. And you don't necessarily have to secure the trademark before you start your business. You could start selling your clothes right away, but I just wanted to make sure the name of my brand was secure before I started selling. The next thing I did was I had to get an LLC. So you could get an LLC through multiple different websites, LegalZoom. I use Zen Business. The LLC, back when I filed it, was $149 a year. That way, Zen Business will become the registered agent. This way, they'll make sure anything that's due or any legal documents or anything pending that needs to be filed for your business, they'll inform you of that. Because if you do everything yourself, you're not going to necessarily know the updates and what the government is requiring. So I secured Zen Business and just stuck with them. So like I said, the plan was 149 a year, but now I know it's up to $200 a year for the pro plan for Zen Business, and they'll just make sure you're compliant, send you any notifications of anything that needs to be filed for your business, so on and so forth. You'll get your EIN number and everything else that goes with filing your LLC. But that's just a good way to keep your personal and your business separate by filing an LLC. So after I did the trademark, after I did the LLC, secured all of that, it might take a 3 to 6 month process for that. Like I said, I was selling my clothes before both of these items were secure. But just to make sure your business is covered, make sure you do these things 6 months within 6 months of starting your business. The next thing I did was secure different places to get t-shirts made. I tell people all the time, start simple. Don't jump right into custom cut and sew hoodies, things like that. Start with simple printed t-shirts. When I started, I had a silhouette cameo vinyl cutter, I had a heat press, and I bought blank t-shirts from any blank t-shirt website. You Google it, it's gonna come up. I tell people all the time, Google's your friend. Anything you want to do, search it on Google. It's gonna come up. You want custom screen printed t-shirts, type that into Google and you'll find dozens of local screen printers in your area. If not, you could order anywhere in the country and they'll ship them to you. For example, I used to use ooshirts.com for a lot of my bulk screen printed t-shirts when I first started out 10 years ago. So depending on what you want to do, if you want to screen print yourself, you go online, go on eBay, go on different websites, find the screen printing machine, the materials. If you want to do it yourself, if you want to outsource it to someone locally in the United States, you could do that as well. It's all about just finding what you want to do. If you upload your design to a website, a screen printing website, they'll simply print it exactly how you want, whether it's DTG, direct to garment, or if it's multiple color regular screen printing. So next, after you get your shirts printed up, that's pretty much your first start. You want to launch it. So you want to market and promote. Create an Instagram, create a TikTok, whatever social media app platform that's popular right now. Launch that for your brand. Put your brand name as a title and start promoting your brand. You could do pre-orders if you want. I recommend avoiding pre-orders just because that could get a little confusing for the customer if they're waiting too long. I'd start selling your items and promoting it when you have them in hand. So this way, when you get an order, you could ship it out right away. Or if you're doing drop-offs, drop it off to that customer. But like I said, your marketing and promoting is going to be very important because if no one knows about your item, how do you expect them to buy the item? Think about it. So after you launch your Instagram or any other social media platform to start promoting, you want to build that website, and you should really build your website before you even start marketing. Me personally, I recommend Shopify. It's about $30 to $35 a month. That comes with your website. You can custom make it yourself. It has everything you need if you want to have a POS system. If you eventually open up a store, or if you want to take sales in person through your phone, you'll have a POS app that you could check your items out directly on your phone. So I recommend Shopify. It seems like the simplest application and with the most features for the most decent price. You have other sites like Big Cartel and other places that offer free plans, but I'd rather pay that 31 bucks a month just to get a little bit more bang for my buck. So this was episode one. I wanted to get the business part of it out the way, securing your LLC, your trademark, securing your first order of clothing that you would start your brand with. Also looking for simple local manufacturers before you expand out overseas. Episode two, we're going to talk about overseas manufacturing. And that's a whole nother thing to talk about. But follow these steps, you should be all right. I have had my clothing line for 12 years. I kind of know what I'm talking about. So stay tuned for episode two. And this is how to start a clothing line. This is Make Big Bank. And we'll see you on the next episode.